It's summertime and it's time for camp. Marriage Camp from the Stupendous Marriage Show.
Listen up, campers! Hey there, welcome to the Stupendous Marriage Show and Marriage Camp. I'm Stu Gray.
Hey, I'm Lisa Gray.
Well, campers, we've been going through lots of tips and tricks and encouragement for your marriage this summer, and it's been lots of fun for us. Hopefully it has been for you too. And we'll get back to regular shows answering your marriage questions. You can send them our way on air at stupendousmarriage.com. We would love to hear from you. Maybe one of these marriage camp sessions has brought up a question in your marriage that you can send our way.
We have really tried over the summer to kind of be cheesy and do kind of like badges and parenting badges, teamwork, communication badge, the mindset badge, all to just encourage you to slow down and think about these different areas in your marriage. And today we're actually going to talk about your favorite badge, which is the sexy badge.
Yeehaw! Good times. Yes, so women receive love by men doing dishes. Men receive love by doing intercourse.
I don't know if all women receive love by men doing dishes.
And I don't know if all men, that's a big generic statement. So
it is.
On the other side.
I think a lot of times women think that, especially if you were raised in the kind of environment I was raised in, that men really just want sex and they just want it for the physical part of it. But the fact is, for a lot of men, that action, that physical action of being intimate with their wives makes them feel loved, makes them feel desired and wanted. And I think a lot of women don't realize that. They just think, oh, he just wants to do that tonight. It's not that he just wants to do that. Yes, obviously, it's physically appealing to a man to do, but it's also at a much deeper level, especially in marriage, when you're able to really share the most intimate parts of your body and your time together as husband and wife.
As a couple, you have to realize that sex isn't just for one or the other person, the higher drive person in your relationship. It's actually for both of you. It's a connecting piece. It is, I've heard it called an act of charity, which is benevolent. Well, it's benevolent goodwill towards the other person. You keep the goodwill between you, and this is something that you do only with your spouse. It is something that connects you together. It wires you together in the most physical, intimate way that is possible. The act of sex triggers all of those neurotransmitter juices in your brain, the dopamine and the adrenaline and all of those good things that connect you with your spouse. And it's not just something that he wants or something that she wants and oh my gosh, but it's actually a beautiful connecting piece that God has created to help us continue to be one together. And
honestly, I will say that it's really easy to put it on the back burner. The summer months, especially if you have kids and they're out of school and they may have different schedules where they're up much later than they normally are during the school year, so you have less time alone with your spouse. Man, you got to be intentional. You've got to really take time and go, all right, we're going to make sure that we make time here, or we're going to take advantage of times when the kids are in camp, or whatever you have to do to be able to make sure that the time together intimately over the summer is something that you're focused on. And that, I think, helps the overall vibe of the summer and being able to just feel more connected as husband and wife.
Maybe it's quickies. Maybe it's different times or places. Being creative in the act of intimacy and, having sex with one another is important when you don't have a set amount of time all the time. And, creativity can be a good thing in your marriage too.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Now, back to the dishes. What were you saying about men doing dishes or something?
Kevin Lehman says that sex begins in the kitchen, man. And it's true. So if you're not serving your spouse and loving them well, especially your wife, from a guy's perspective, they're not going to want to hop in the bed with you because they're not feeling loved in other ways. They are going to be feeling used because you haven't shown them love outside of the bedroom, and so you're expecting them to love you in the bedroom. It doesn't work that way. So really loving your wife and serving her outside of the bedroom helps your wife realize that maybe she would be interested in jumping in the sack with you later.
Yes, and anytime you want to do the dishes, honey, feel free. Well, hopefully this tip today has encouraged you to stop and think about other things that you maybe haven't thought about this summer in your marriage and ways you can just improve or focus on this area.
We'll talk to you next time.
See ya.